Deli is here today, and I have to say I am obsessed with Jimmy's Cuban.
Jimmy's
so
Cuban, and you were saying that one's pretty popular.
Jimmy's Cuban is very popular. Everyone always asks what our best sandwich is, but they're all
so good.
They all sell very, they're all equally popular, I guess.
I've tried a Thai wrap.
Thai chicken wrap,
yes,
yeah.
that was good. Very good.
Very healthy, too.
And so you're here, and some people may or may not know Chef Chris from Joe's Deli, but you guys are also affiliated with the Buffalo Catering Company?
Buffalo Catering Company. I just wanted to showcase one of our, obviously you could go to the deli and get a sandwich platter or, soup, salads, things like that, but we're well-versed in all cuisine. This is an example of something that we're actually going to be doing next week. If you want like a 7-course plated dinner, something higher end, this is a hit off that list right there.
Awesome. So tell us what you're going to be making.
Today we're going to be doing some pan-seared sea scallops with a jalapeno creamed corn, which I think is perfect for the season now with all the corn, local corn that's popping up. So
I'm excited to try the cream corn and the scallops too, of course, but it's a different take on it.
Very simple too. It's just a few ingredients. Well, for the corn, it's just a little butter, some garlic, jalapenos, and some nice fresh corn, and that's it. And then you just pan sear some scallops, and you don't have to do just the scallops, so it could be anything.
We have fresh ears of corn, no canned corn here.
No. Yeah, when you hear cream corn, sometimes you think of like the canned corn, but no canned corn here today. Just the fresh stuff.
We're gonna have the good stuff here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so garlic, jalapenos, we got the cream, the corn, salt and pepper.
Yep.
And we're gonna get started cooking this pretty soon here, but for now we're gonna send it on over to Emily Lenahan with your .com check. Hey, Emily. I am back in the kitchen with Chef Chris from Joe's Deli, and we are definitely not making any subs today.
No sandwiches today, no subs or sandwiches today. We'll start the cream corn. Like I said, it can't get any easier than this. We just have a small little sauce pot here. Most of my recipes here, they start out with a little butter, just a little bit. We're going to put that in there, and we were talking about cream corn. This one in particular has jalapenos in it. If you don't like spicy food, which some people don't, substitute bell peppers like red bell. Green bells being the cheapest, but you could do red bell pepper. You can saute that instead. But what you want to do is take the seeds out of here.
Okay. And you want me to help?
You'll do it. Yeah, I would do that. I would put gloves on if you were going to do that. But you just want to take the seeds out. Some of the ribs, actually, the little white ribs right there, that's what has the heat, and a lot of people think it's the seeds, but it's actually the ribs of the pepper is what carries the heat. I do like hot stuff, so I would not really. Sometimes I'd leave at least one of them with the seeds in.
Yeah.
A little jalapeno there, and some fresh garlic. And what we'll do, hopefully I don't hit you here.
I will back up.
You just smash the cloves with your knife right here, and that's how you get them to start the mince right there.
Oh, awesome.
Always use like fresh, that already minced up stuff. If you
not as good.
Not as good. If you have it in your refrigerator at home, throw it out right after this segment if you want to.
Okay, tell me this. I have taken garlic, put it in the food processor, and I've put it in jars myself. Still not as good.
No, that would be good. Okay. Cover it with a little oil. Use it for, if you're doing like a pickling or a preserving, by all means, go ahead and use that. But the already minced stuff that's like sitting out at room temp,
not
it's
so
weird.
Much.
It's weird stuff.
And we were also saying during the break that after you learn how to make this cream corn recipe, you should never buy from the can again.
Yeah, no, this is easy. Plus, it's perfect. It's in season. This nice, fresh, local corn. I forgot what farm this was from. I just picked this up at Wegmans. Nice little tip when you're taking the kernels of corn off, because as soon as I go like this, they're all going to jump off the cutting board. One of those bundt cake pans.
Works perfect.
If you put the cob right in that hole there, and you start taking the kernels off, they all fall right into the pan.
I love your tips, and I can't wait to hear more of them, but for now, we are going to send it on over to Matt. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Matt. I'm joined in the kitchen with Chef Chris from Joe's Deli, and get us up to speed with where we're at with the cream corn.
All right, so the cream corn, what we did, little butter, jalapenos, garlic. We took the kernels of corn off the cob.
And this was uncooked corn.
Yep, uncooked corn. Another tip for that, sometimes when you go to the grocery store, they have the garbage cans and stuff where you can peel your corn there. I would suggest not to do that, because as soon as you husk it, it starts to lose its sweetness.
Oh.
So my tip to you would be to leave it on right before until you're about to cook it. So
so how would you know which ears to pick then?
when they're nice, real heavy, dense, like bigger corn. If it's like real small and frail and feels real light, stay away from that. Also, if you want to take, like, if you just look at like the top of it, like if you just peel back a little bit. I know a lot of times it's because people don't want the mess of all, we don't see it, but I made quite a mess back here. The silks are all over the floor, but I'll be cleaning that up later. A lot of times it has to do with the mess, but if you can, just husk it right before you use it. So we got that in there, and then we just hit it with a little heavy cream, and we're just going to cook this down. You want to reduce it by about half, so it's only a few ingredients, like I said.
What temperature do you have that at right there?
I have it on medium high. You want to keep a close eye on it, because when you have heavy cream, if it's too high, it'll boil over. As soon as you walk away, usually that's when it usually tends to boil over. So keep it on medium high. As soon as it comes to a boil, drop it down to like medium, and it'll slowly reduce down, become thick, and you'll have your nice cream corn. The scallop aspect of this, like I said, on the Buffalo Catering Company menu, we have a seafood selection. A lot of times what I suggest to people is whatever's the best in season market seafood. In this case, we have some nice fresh sea scallops. Now the only thing you have to do with these, and I would really never buy frozen sea scallops especially, will like leach out this like water, or they're like packed in like this sodium solution. You want to completely stay away from that. With a fresh sea scallop, you want to make sure they're nice, sweet smelling, smell like the sea, no like foul odor whatsoever. And they have like a little muscle on them, like a little abductor muscle. You just want to take that off. And another good tip to how you get a nice sear on these is to just, these are dry for the most part, but you just want to take a paper towel and blot them, and then season them right before you're going to put them in the pan, and that's going to give you that wonderful, nice golden brown sear like you would see on a nice restaurant quality piece of fish or seafood. Get a nice hot pan. You could use a little oil or butter or both, but with the butter you can tell when you're ready is to when it turns brown. We want to season these up just a little bit, and you don't have to use scallops. Like I said, I'm always preaching to use whatever you love, whatever's available. If the scallops don't look very good wherever you are and the shrimp does, or a piece of halibut or whatever, use that. This cream corn will go with any sort of nice seafood.
Yeah, my husband loves scallops, and it's one thing I have not tried to tackle at home yet.
Believe it or not, out of any of the seafood, like for instance shrimp. Shrimp's very easy, but there's a really small window of time to when it's done and when it's overcooked. Scallops are, I think, a nice beginner's seafood. I think they're foolproof. You just want to turn them golden brown on both sides. A nice high quality scallop you want to eat like medium. You could eat these raw if you wanted to, or make like a ceviche or something out of them. But
don't overcook them though.
Exactly. Don't overcook them, because then they'll turn into like little erasers. But what you want to do is you have your butter in here, your salt and pepper, but you'll be able to start to see the golden brown edges on these. As you can see, our corn has now come to a boil. We just want to stir that every once in a while. A tip for sauteing, put it in there and leave it alone. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to keep checking it.
So hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, I know. You want to keep messing around with it and flipping it around. When you're pan searing stuff, especially seafood because it's so delicate, you want to just let it go. And you can start to see the edges are turning golden brown. So if we do peek, you see.
That looks awesome.
And as soon as it's like that, nice deep golden brown, that's when you want to flip them. So I'll go ahead and flip these.
All right, and while he flips those, we're going to send it off to break, but we'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back in the kitchen with Chef Chris from Joe's Deli, and we are about ready to start our second helping, which is pasta.
Yep, so whatever you have, we have our scallops and corn, and with the corn, I have a little fresh basil here. Some fresh basil or like fresh thyme would be really nice in this cream corn. But whatever's left over, I just toss it with your favorite pasta. Some spaghetti, fettuccine, like some nice gnocchi would be good. But like the corn and pasta are great together. Like chop up the scallops, slice up the scallops that are left over, toss that with it, and that'll make a great dinner the next day.
So you don't even need to make a sauce. That sauce that was for the cream
This is more
corn
like a nice, yeah, exactly.
Awesome. And I'm going to bring Matt in. He's anxious to try these scallops here, as am I.
I also want to present you with a chocolate-covered marshmallow.
Oh, thank you very much.
I saw you glancing
I
away
was looking at them. I was looking at them the whole time. You did catch me, but go ahead, knock yourself out. Let me plate this up here.
Awesome. We'll grab some forks. And coming up tomorrow on Winging It, Chef Tom will be back in our kitchen.
And I'm going to be live from Flip's Gymnastic Camp, so that's going to be pretty awesome.
I can't wait to see that one.
Here you go.
Plus, comedian Tom Fran will be back in the studio to make it a very fun Friday. But for now, we are going to try these scallops.
Dig in, right?
Yes.
And I'll eat my marshmallow.
Okay.
We'll all have something.
Moment of truth. My first time trying scallops.
I would say it's my first time trying scallops too, so.
This is not my first time with a
Thanks for
marshmallow.
watching.